it's called cause-related marketing. Companies using the pink ribbon as a marketing tool. It's a way to increase sales and generate money for breast cancer research. A study by the Ross School of Business at U of M found that cause-related marketing creates a significant spillover, though, in sales and profits for companies. So this morning, we want you to be aware of that, and we're helping you think before you pink. Liz Yaki from the American Cancer Society is here to help us make some choices. Hi, Liz.
Hi.
So why is it so important to think about these purchases?
Well, it can be a bit misleading when going to purchase the pink products, and so thinkbeforeyouPink.org is encouraging consumers to really ask themselves some questions before they buy those pink products. A lot of times it isn't quite clear where the money is actually going to and who it's supporting, and so reading the fine print is so important. Consumers need to think about where their money's going. Is it really supporting breast cancer research, programs, services, etc.? A lot of times companies don't put on the label exactly how much money is going to support the cause.
Yeah, so how do you find that out?
You can do some research beforehand, and if the company does print it on the label, consumers then need to decide, is it adequate, or would they be better off just writing a check to the organization of their choice?
Yeah, how do you know what's adequate? Because you want to buy these products, and sometimes you're buying products that you otherwise wouldn't buy just to support the cause, and that's where it gets a little tricky. So you want to make your dollar stretch as far as it can go, in other words.
Right.
And so that takes some serious research, though. I mean, that's a hard decision to make when you're walking down the grocery store aisle.
It is, and so it's important to think about who the money is going to support as well. And so if it's an organization that you're really familiar with, you know what type of research they support, if it's a national organization or if it has local access points, that can help in making the decision a bit easier. So if the consumer knows exactly where the money is going, it might not be as important to them as how much is going there.
Okay, so you also talk about be careful about buying products that are contributing to the problem. Like what?
Well, there are products out there that don't necessarily go along with guidelines for early detection and prevention. And so you need to be careful when thinking about what you're going to purchase to support the cause that it's not contributing to some of those early risk factors. So you have to think about healthy eating, taking those steps to prevent breast cancer from occurring. And so a lot of the products out there might not be going along with the guidelines for early prevention and detection.
So we're talking about foods, high sugary foods or high fat foods and those sorts of things.
Right.
Okay. Is it, I did read an article that some women, some survivors say they feel a little, they're not sure about all of this pink everywhere because they feel like some companies are profiting off of their breast cancer.
It could be. It's been a very strong marketing tool for some companies, certainly. And so that's why it's so important to think about it before you buy the product. If you're familiar with the organization, you know exactly how much money is going to the organization, it helps in making that decision. A lot of companies do put a cap on the amount that they'll donate. So that means that they hit their limit, regardless of how many products they're selling. You could be buying a product that doesn't actually contribute to the cause. And so it is important to really think about it before you buy the product.
On the upside, when you're surrounded by pink, the idea is to get everybody thinking about breast cancer and breast cancer awareness, and that's really the point of the pink, where it all originated with the pink ribbon, is to get women talking about it and men.
It is. It's all about creating the awareness, which is great. You see pink everywhere in October, and so people are thinking and talking about it. It's just reading the guidelines, looking at the fine print before you purchase the product.
All right, good advice. Thanks, Liz.
Thank you.
All right, and by the way, we're